live with confidence needs. So come in and ask questions as we prepare to go live. Let me know if you guys have any questions. This is my 4 o'clock live where I help you go live with confidence. We're going to talk part two conversation about Service Plus. So I want to make sure you guys are using all the great services that are out here um, so that you guys have the information you need. So feel free to come in. We'll see if my screen shows up. There we go. There we go, friend. I will say hello to you guys in the chat as well. So I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. This is my um, second live of the day. So I always want to make sure I am supporting you all and doing some of that early engagement. All right. So we're going to go over to the TikTok streets shortly and engage over there. We're going to talk all things going live. So feel free to come here. Let me know if you're new. Let me know if you are a creator that is looking to go live. If you already go live, put that in the chat as well. Feel free to ask questions about this process. You guys are hearing and learning from me directly as I share information about the go live process, specifically TikToks. TikToks is a little bit more details. There's a lot of features here, and so we today in particular, we were talking about a feature called Service Plus. And so I want you guys to know how to leverage that if you can. If you're looking at thinking about how do you get your audience to engage properly? How do you get them to understand your offer? There's some things you want to do on the front end. And so we'll talk about that a little bit more in terms of identifying your target audience, making sure your messaging is appropriate for them. Sometimes I think we get ahead of ourselves and we're like, oh, we're just going to talk about anything. And I'm like, no, you got to make sure you're staying focused because you want to get people to engage in your content and also get your offer. So it's going to be important that you are intentional about what are you saying, what are you doing, so that they can learn and grow from you. All right. You want them to see you as their solution. Okay. All right, my friends. So TikTok, let's see, I'm just gonna make sure everything in here is accurate. So I'm not gonna actually use this today. We'll see what this looks like. I'm not gonna actually show this. I may show some other features later. In the meantime, hopefully y'all are doing well. Thank you all for being here. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Click that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. If I'm new to you, I'm Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I'm a TikTok Creator Network agency, but also a TikTok live coach. And I do live streaming where I co-stream here on YouTube and on TikTok. So you guys are going to see me in real time go over to the TikTok streets. So I always do that. I do this every day, twice a day, come in here going live. Hey friend, how you doing? Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have any questions, especially my new friends. If you are all are new to my room, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. If you're new to my room, feel free to ask questions about the go live process. In the meantime, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. We are going to talk all things going live. And so let me know if there's any questions. Um, Thank you so much, friend. I'm doing well. Thank you for much so much for asking. I am setting up my screen. So I am setting up my screen. I'm multitasking. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask those questions. Um, Thank you, friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind clicking that thumbs up button below. As you get ready to go live, click the thumbs up and then also click that subscriber button as well. And so that way you can get notifications of when I go live when you click the bell. So make sure you do the three things: thumbs up, subscribe, bell. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Let me know if you have questions. We're going to get to talking in just a few minutes. I am here to support you guys. So we're going to talk about all things going live in just a few moments. And then, and if you're new, feel free to put that in the chat as well. And then we're going to get going with our live stream. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate the support. All right, my dear friends, we are going to get going. And we're going to get going in just a few minutes. We're going to go on real time, going live. We're going to be talking about Service Plus, which is a feature on TikTok. So feel free to ask questions about the resources here. If you don't mind, give me a thumbs up to like the live. You'll see it below. Click that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notification when I go live and post content. I come here every single day. Hey, King Mac, welcome to the room. Others coming in, thank you so much for supporting. Let's keep it focused on going live. I say this live is all about helping you grow. My day is going well, friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let me know if there's questions about the go live process. You got to be 18 years and older to be in this room. Want to make sure we're talking to eligible people to go live. But also, let me know if you have questions. It's going to be a playlist for you to go back and watch as well. So feel free to stay on, watch, learn, and then, like I said, we're gonna go live. On TikTok in particular. So we're about to go over to the TikTok streets. If you are a live host, put in the chat, say I go live. Let me know if that's true. If you are a live host, let me know if you have any questions. And then, like I said, we got to keep the chat professional. So if you haven't done so, if you're saying things that are inappropriate, unfortunately, I have to remove you. So let's stay professional. Let's stay focused. We talk all things live streaming. And then I'm about to go over to TikTok. We're going to hear me say the keywords for TikTok to pick up what I'm talking about for my live stream. I do that intentionally. I'm very regiment about it. And so I'm teaching and training the algorithm on what my live is about. So keep that in mind. I want you guys to kind of hear me. I kind of walk through different nuggets. And so if you see something I'm doing, just take note. I'm doing it on purpose. So let's go. TikTok live streaming, live streaming tips, TikTok live, how to go live, beginner friendly tips, how to go live on TikTok, learning how to go live, TikTok live. We are talking to beginner live hosts, new live hosts. We are talking how to go live with confidence and ease. Let me know if you have questions on how to go live. So we talk how to go live here on TikTok. Let me know if you have questions, new live hosts, beginner friendly tips. We're going to talk about Service Plus. So come in, ask questions on how to go live, how to leverage Service Plus. Let me know if you have questions, my friends. Come in, ask questions as well. We are talking all things live streaming. So we are talking TikTok Live in particular. Let me know if there's any questions, my friends. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to my room, come in, ask questions on how to go live. So we are talking live streaming tips for new live hosts. We're going to talk about Service Plus as a feature as well. I want you guys to kind of leverage Service Plus. So we'll talk about Service Plus as new live hosts, leveraging that for your live stream. So if you're new, come on in, ask your questions. How you doing, Natterbox? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the follow. Others coming in, Mr. Marshall, thank you so much for joining. If you see follow up there, make sure you are following the live hosts. Thank you, friends on the YT. I appreciate you all as well. So, we are talking how to go live. So, that's what the live topic is about. Feel free to come in, ask your questions, friends. I'm going to share out my live, and we are doing our warm up. So, you guys will see in real time. You got to warm up your live. So, you want people to come in, watch, and engage in your live stream. We're going to share it out as well. So, feel free to come in, ask your questions as we prepare to go live. Um, I appreciate you all. So let's say, hold on one second. I'm putting up my my message. Um, and so thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all joining. Any new friends coming in, let me know if you are new. If you're new to my live, feel free to ask questions about the live streaming process. We are 2 minutes in. We have 1.6K likes. That's the likes under my name. We're gonna try to see if we can get those likes up higher. That's a great way to kind of get your room activated, get it engaged as early as possible. We spend some time doing this so that it helps to warm up the room, let TikTok know what we're doing. Hey, Cynthia, how are you, friend? Thank you for that daily heart me. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining, friend. Thank you all for coming in. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to talk about Service Plus for this live. Um, and we'll talk about that. Hi there. First time, shortstop. What time do you do live? Actually, oh, it's just a short stop. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for being here. I go live twice a day. So I go live at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. I usually come in a little late, about 4:15, 10:15. Today I was even later. But yeah, so I come in twice a day and I do this every day. Yeah. So this week I got some traveling to do, so I may not do two a day, but I definitely will be once a day. And I'll put in my story, and I also do a thought bubble with the schedule change. But if you want to join, if you want to click my photo, my mini profile is going to pop up. If you click my photo again, it actually takes you to my page. In the corner is a bell. You can click that bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So that's a great thing to do to turn on someone's notifications, and you can kind of keep track of them, and so they don't get lost. Thank you so much. How you doing, Cynthia? How's everything going? Thank you for the wink winks. Um, Others coming into the room, I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have any questions. Tori, Coach Vicky Keys, welcome to the room as well. Thank you all for being here. If you are new to my live, put new in the chat. Like I said, I go live twice a day. So you'll catch me here in these TikTok streets twice a day. We're going to talk about Service Plus. Let me know if you know about Service Plus. Hey, Tori, welcome to the room, friend. If you don't know about Service Plus, let me know. Thank you for the style glasses. Appreciate those community glasses. Um, if you don't know about Service Plus, put it in the chat. I do want you all, especially my friends in the room that have a digital solution, a service, a ebook, a course, something you're offering your community, and how do you leverage Service Plus? So you put Service Plus. Do you know Service Plus? Let me know if you have it, or do you go live yet, Tori? Are you going live yet? And so we'll talk about the Service Plus feature. TikTok says the creator is sharing live streaming tips for beginners. Okay. You haven't gone live yet. Okay. So with the go live process, you want to just start the process. I'm sure you have live access already. You have a little over 1,000, 1, 2, 3. Look at your numbers. And I'm sorry, little over 100. So with that, you should have live access because you have a blue box. You're engaging. If your account is over 7 days old, you've posted content and you've engaged in live streams and you have at least 50 followers, TikTok will give it to you early. So you said, I do have it. That's good. That's good. So just go live. Do it scared. Hey, Holly Q, did you come in, friend? I have Service Plus. Want to learn how to use it efficiently. I love that. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. We teared up. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all. So yeah, so we'll talk about how to use it efficiently. It really is a great tool. And let me ask this, Cynthia. Thank you so much for the jollies. How's everything going for you, Holly Q? Um, Let me ask this. I will say, my friend Cynthia, have you gone to any of the Service Plus meetings, the webinars? Are you in their Discord? Okay. So let me know the answers to those two questions. I'm going to talk about both of those things. And then if you need access to it, I will give you the link to it as well. So we'll talk through that process. I want to make sure you guys get it. And it's a great way to start the process. Can you Summies, we talk about engagement here. I want to make sure you're properly engaging, friend. You have 0 followers, you're just brand new. So I want to teach you how to engage and go live. So let me know if you have that question and then we'll talk about the follows. I don't follow people who don't necessarily engage in live stream. So I'll talk to you about that process. Yes, and yes, that's good, Halaku. That is good. So I'm gonna talk about it because that's actually one of the first couple things I'm gonna share as tips for you. Oh no, I have not. Not a notice about the Discord. You said I got a notice about the Discord today. Thanks. You're welcome. So now you know. So we're gonna talk about it. Okay. So I want you guys to start the process. Tori, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. How you doing, Janelle? Thank you so much for being here, friend. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for grabbing that heart me. Others who are coming in, we are doing our hey friend, we are doing our likes. So hopefully we can get our likes up. We have 6.4K likes. We're 8 minutes in, so we're trailing behind a little bit. We try to get 10K likes in 10 minutes. That helps to activate the room. So thank you all for those hearts flowing. Those likes is the little treasure boxes. They got a community fest theme now. So TikTok being a little extra. But we want to get those flowing. So I appreciate you all supporting. Thank you so much for the populace and the heart, Dr. Lisa Cares. Appreciate your friend. Okay, so let's get our warm up going. We did not get a flash goal in my 10 o'clock. We didn't. So we'll see if we get one today. I was on for exactly 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours, and so did not get a flash goal the entire time. So we'll see if we get one now. If we do, that's great. We typically will hold our heart meets just in case it's a heart meet, but I didn't get it earlier, and someone said it was the I love you so much. So we're gonna hope that it's the I love you so much. You said you didn't get one either, huh? Yeah, they've been, like, giving them to me, there's been whole days I missed. They didn't give it to me my 10 or my 4. That happened a couple times last week. I feel like it's been a little bit more sporadic. I don't know. And then there's been a few days where they've given me, like, 3 things, and it was like, "Hey, get these 3 roses." I was like, "Okay." And so there's been a little bit of that happening too. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. TikTok keeps you on your toes. Definitely feel like I'm being kept on my toes. Thank you for the community heart. I appreciate that, Tori. Appreciate the support. So as we come in, we are doing the task for Community Fest. I've been doing that, been naming it so we can at least stay on top of things. And we'll check throughout the live. So they did throw us a little bit of a curveball. So one of the bigger ones that we have to do for today is that we have to get watch minutes. That means you guys watching me. All right. So I was teasing earlier. I said, "You know what? Y'all can't leave. We're closing the doors. Close all the doors." But, with that being said, we have to give 4,499 watch hours. Like, what the what, TikTok? What the what are we doing, TikTok? 4,499 watch hours. So what we did earlier, since I do a 2-hour live, we're a little bit shy of 2,500. We're at 2,496. So that's great. So we're very close to it. It's the combination of all the people in the room watching. So hopefully the room gets a little bit of a boost. We get up there and we get some more watch hours. So we'll see. We did hit that 10K likes. So I appreciate the support. We did it right in 10 minutes. I love that. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate that support. Yeah, wow. TikTok's doing the most, y'all. The most. The most. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. So let me but yeah, let me know where you guys are watching me from. My new friends in the room too. Cynthia, where are you located? Let me know where you're watching as well. Hallie Q is in Cali. I like it better when our Chinese over right now. I love that. Um, you know what? I don't know if there's a difference. I'm just gonna say that out loud. I can't even blame it on the new owners. The shenanigans continue. That's all I'm gonna say. It continues. It ain't stopped no show. They was like, you know what? We're gonna still do the most. Hey, Soda, welcome to the room. I love it. Remember, it's your hometown. Oh yeah, Cynthia, Chicago. Okay, okay. All right, I will remember that, friend. Wow. Tori, you're in Houston. Awesome, awesome. Soda just came in. Soda and Halleck are both Cali girls. They're in California. Are you guys near each other? Different parts of California, different parts of the state. Um, So how was Chicago? Is it super hot? I'm actually going this week. I'm going to the Chris Brown and Usher concert, but I'm going to Detroit, and I'm going with some of my besties that are from Chicago. So they got a quicker trip than I do, and actually one of my best girlfriends, she's here for a conference, so we're gonna fly out together from here, but she lives in Chicago suburbs. So yeah, so I'm excited about hanging out with some friends, be up in the Midwest. It's really warm and humid. Okay, I will remember that. I will remember that. It's warm and humid here, so I don't know. It's the same temperature. The problem is I don't go outside a whole lot. I go outside in the morning, I take my son to school and his summer camp, and then I'll get to, like, the grocery store or some days I have errands and stuff I need to run, but I'm really not an outside girl for a couple reasons. The heat is one and humidity and stuff. The other reason is I have bad allergies. My allergies will you guys are hearing me when I'm congested and uncomfortable and stuff. So the allergies really do mess with me quite a bit. So I don't go out as much as I want to. And then I'm here and I'm working. I'm indoors and stuff. So we did get the flash go. Hey Jess. Hey Shayla. Several hours away. You guys are not close. Bummer. Let's see. Let's see what the flash goal is. It's three roses. TikTok. TikTok, look at you. Okay. TikTok's like, okay, I'll be nice. Thank you, friends. TikTok's like, we nice. Okay, okay, ain't nothing for you to worry about. You talk bad about us and our owners. So you said it's always warm and humid there. I know. So I'm used to it. I tell people though, being a Chicago girl, my husband's a Florida boy. And so I tell him all the time, I say Chicago summers, kid you not, is very much like Florida summers. The humidity, the heat, the sun beaming on you, it feels the same. And he's like, no way, no way. I was like, no, Chicago's bad. The summers are hot. So it feels very much like Florida. So I don't think there's a big difference in terms of how humid it gets. And I said the only downside is Chicago doesn't have like all the buildings, all the homes have integrated air conditioning, like AC units, the way you do in Florida. So I said that was kind of a downside about Chicago growing up, and I know it's improved over the years, but it's definitely a difference in terms of how you can get AC very quickly here in Florida. Princess, welcome back, friend. I'm exploring a cool Hindu template today, so I missed my live. Oh, did you? Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, that's different, friend. Awesome. Hey, friends. Hey, Tasha B. Hey, Elle. Hey, good afternoon. How are you today? I'm doing well, Shayla. Welcome to the room. Yes, indeed. My husband's from Miami. Yes. Okay, so you get it. You understand what I'm saying. Hey, Coach B. How are you, friend? Welcome to the room. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. You're welcome, Princess. Thank you, friend. Thank you for the highlight videos too. I appreciate the support, friend. Shayla L. Hello, friends. How are you? TikTok gave us the flash goal. It was three roses, so we got that done. So we're all good with our engagement from that perspective. Um, Doing well. Thank you for asking. You're so welcome, friend. So we're 15 minutes into the live. So I started late, y'all. Don't look at the real time. It's 15 minutes into the live, so I'm gonna get going. This live, we'll see where this takes us. Holly Q, welcome to the room, friend. We're gonna talk about Service Plus. Let me ask this question. I know some of you use it, some of you have no clue what I'm talking about. So that's kind of the point. I want to make sure you guys are aware of this particular feature. It is for my friends who are looking to who have an offer that is a service or a digital solution for your community. You could think about it in terms of having something physical, a physical product. It's not necessarily geared that way. It's a way for you to kind of get people to potentially to your website, potentially to getting into your community if you have a online community, or if you have a course you're selling or ebook, or if you are scheduling one-on-one appointments, consultations. So it's really geared towards those type of services. That's where TikTok, when they ask what you offer, you got to make sure you say something like that, even if you got a physical product. Okay. So I say that to you because I don't want you guys to get jammed up. You're like, oh, they didn't give it to me because you said something physical. Don't say physical. Okay. I have videos with the workbook I'm excited about. Okay, there we go. I love that. Let's see. He said, "I'm just started using it. Okay, how's the view time going?" Tasha B, let me check, Fred. Thank you for asking. She's like, "I remember that 4,499." TikTok did the most to me, y'all. The most. Hey, behavior talks. Um, so here's the view time. TikTok, yes. So part of the watch is what we're referring to as Community Fest. There are watch minutes. That's a goal for today. It says 4,499. We've done 2,575. So 2,575 watch minutes. Our other goals for the room is that we have to get 135 daily gifters. That means one. If one person is sending a gift, I think it's one per person. I think that's the notion that that they're looking to do. And then when it says new fan club members, that means people who grab my daily heart me. If you have not gotten the daily heart me, this is a perfect time to do it. We got to get 10. We got one. We didn't get much earlier. TikTok was doing the most, but we didn't get many fan club members. And then the last thing that we have to do is new follows. So if it's right up here and it says follow, definitely follow a girl. We have to get 32 in total. We have 11. So it's definitely a little bit of a sluggish day for my live stream. So I'm noticing a little bit of a sluggishness, but we'll power through it. It's totally fine. Um, so let's see. I set up Service Plus just for decoration. I don't have any services. We'll get you something, friend. We will get you something. We'll talk about it. Thank you so much for Haver Talks. I appreciate the stickers. How can I sell my physical products from or on TikTok? Theoretically, you're supposed to have TikTok Shop. If you have a physical product that you're offering, you should set it up to do TikTok Shop. All right. If you have physical products that you are offering when it comes to Service Plus, if you're looking to help people identify your website and maybe there's some physical things there, then yeah, you can do that. But you gotta talk about the non-physical things that you offer, consultations. Um, you're looking to support people with your digital product. You actually probably should have it. If you have a physical product, you should have a digital product. Okay. Thank you so much. Others coming in the room. Appreciate you guys. If you're new to my room, be sure to follow the live hosts. And then also, if you have not joined my fan club, this is a great time to do it. It's one coin, one penny. Click the fan club at top to join. Hit the word that says join if you see the word join up there. Thank you so much. You said I have both. Okay. Yeah. So Service Plus would be your solution to talk about the services you offer, and in turn, maybe talk about other things that you offer too. Okay, physical products too. So just be mindful of it. It really is supposed to be the solution for the physical things that people offer. I mean, I'm sorry, the digital things people offer. TikTok says I'm explaining the Service Plus feature for digital product sellers. There we go. I just wanted to do the physical books on here. Okay. Well, then, if you're looking to do a physical book where people would purchase and you would fulfill that by shipping it to them, then you need TikTok Shop. That's what you would do. Yep. So you would activate TikTok Shop and you will become a business account and promote and sell your products that way. Wanda in. Look at you, friend. I see you. Wanda inspires. Okay. Oh my bad. My bad. It got cut off. I see you, friend. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, friends. Others come in the room. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if there's any questions. Yes, I have elevated. I see you. Congratulations on that name. I am Georgiana. Georgiana. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Thank you for grabbing that daily heart me. Thank you so much, friends. Okay, so we're going to talk about Service Plus. Let me ask the question one more time. So we got some new friends that came in. Let me ask it differently. Who doesn't have Service Plus and don't know what I'm talking about? Just say me. It's okay. Nobody's judging. It's okay. Because if you don't have it, I want to make sure I share some give maybe a little bit more of an overview. I'll do an overview, but I just want to make sure I really get at what you as a new person may be asking and wondering. Hey, how you doing, Jana? So let me know if you don't have it, okay? In the meantime, really quick overview of Service Plus is that Service Plus is again for people who have digital services, digital products, your digital solutions for your community. Thank you so much for the style glasses. Um, and so with that, you would activate your Service Plus. The feature we're talking about is literally in the room. We are talking about this feature here. It is the square with the arrow pointing up in the lower left corner. So we're talking about Service Plus. That is it. Okay. So when you click that, you'll see an overview of your page or what you do, what services you offer. They call it your Service Plus bio. So you see like this overview message. Oh, I like that. Yeah, yeah. And then you also, thank you so much, friend. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Um, and then you also see what's considered frequently asked questions. Okay. Thank you so much for the Dr. Lisa Cares. So frequently asked questions are there as well. Okay. Um, and so with those frequently asked questions, you want to think about what are the questions you want your community. Thank you so much for the club power. What do you want your community to ask you and you have an answer for that will lead them to your solution? Okay. So as you're thinking about your community, what do you want them to do for you in terms of getting to your offer? Okay. So if you have an offer, like I do one on one consultations, then maybe that's a question that you want people to ask. Like, how do I get a one on one? And then your answer should be leading them to how to book it. Okay. And so you would want to make sure that you're thinking very intentionally about the end user, how you want your viewers to engage. So those frequently asked questions are really important. And you can set that up in the corner here with the Service Plus feature. Not while you're live, you would do it before you go live. So Service Plus sits under it sits actually in both locations. So when you click TikTok Studio from your profile page, you'll see post and you'll see live. Post is for the content side, live is for the live stream. It actually is under both areas. Under post, it's under the monetization area. So once you scroll down, you click monetization. It's one of the boxes there that you can click to activate Service Plus. And then if you are on the live stream, Live Center side, you go down to tools and resources, and it's a button there, a box there that you can click. All right. And so that's how you gotta get to join it. You gotta be approved. You gotta have a service. So they'll ask you what type of service you offer, and so you gotta figure out where do you fit in? Do you fit in as a consultant? Do you fit in under maybe, someone who does the tarot readings? A reader in that way? So we'll have different categories. Maybe you're a realtor and you wanna book appointments with people, and maybe you're trying to grow your realtor business. Um, so think about the services you offer and what you want people to do. And so once you select that, again, this is not for your physical products. Physical products is for TikTok Shop. These are for your digital solutions, any digital product that you're offering or a service, consultations, join my community, get my mentorship program, coaching services. So all that stuff is where you would put this. All right. Let me know if there's any questions. Um, let's do this. Who's in the chat? So people who have Service Plus, what is your Service Plus um, niche and product? What do you offer? What's your niche and what's your product? I want to make sure you guys give visibility as well. So if you have something, put it in the chat so other people can see it. I want to see what kind of diversity we have in the room when it comes to Service Plus folks. Okay. And then Soda, you said you have the feature. I think that's important that you actually got it approved. And so now it's a matter of like, how do you create a solution for it? What do you want to offer your community? And currently you said, I don't have anything. So we'll talk about some ways you can offer some things you can offer that doesn't have to be high maintenance. So how do you apply? When you go to the Service Plus under the post or the live side, once you go to the Service Plus, you click it, it'll say join, and it'll walk you through the steps. There's a couple clicks to officially apply and join. Yep. Business personal leadership development consultant in digital solutions. Awesome. I love that, Cynthia. Um, the MA Medical Assistant Boss Academy. How you doing, friend? Private tutoring for national certification medical training. Okay, private tutoring. I love that. Um, Jess, you said I'm a health coach working with women after cancer diagnosis in digital workout and resources. I love that. Tasha B, how do I get in the meeting for it? How do you get in the meeting for it for Service Plus? Is that what you're asking? The Discord? Give me one second. I'll talk about that in a second. That's actually one of the first things I'm gonna talk about. Workbook, not work. Oh, workbooks, not workouts. My bad. My bad. Oh, you said okay, gotcha. You said workouts, but it said you meant workbooks. Gotcha, friend. Yes, Service Plus. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna talk through that, friend. Um, so anybody else, any other services? Sasha, what do you offer? What's your niche and Service Plus product? Put that in the chat for us as well. Um, Soda, let me ask this. Are you still here, Soda? Are you here, friend? Because I could see you doing multiple things. Yeah, you got so many options. Yes. Yeah, you can have a freebie, a free guide. Okay, let me do this real quick. And so you guys are getting a little bit of tea. So, when you think about Service Plus, when you think about any offer that you have, you always want to think about your audience. Obviously, you want to know who your audience is, the target audience, the demographic, psychographic, as well as the pain points. Psychographic is how they think and feel. Pain points is the challenges, the struggles. And so you want to create a solution for them. So what are you offering people that will be potentially the solution that they're looking for where they can say, "Ooh, I love that you're offering me that. I need that." So because you use AI, I'm gonna have you do a couple things. Ask the AI for a free giveaway product, and it's a digital guide or book or checklist or some kind of prompts that you could offer. Ask it for your freebie. With that freebie, you would offer it as a Service Plus product. Now again, now you're capturing emails so that when you're doing additional things you can send it to your community. You can also think about ways that you can create a group chat here on TikTok with those individuals. So if you capture their email address as well as their TikTok username, create a group chat, and then all of a sudden you can communicate with them about other offerings and other things that you have available. Okay, we'll do that. I have lots of worksheets. Yeah, yeah. And so here's the notion about a freebie. The freebie is not a free thing. Let's you understand that? Let me break that down for you all. It's not about the freeness of it. It is about the email because now you have the tool to do email marketing with them. You look at David, look at you, Frank. So now you have the tool to do that email marketing with them because now you want to make sure that you're able to continue that relationship. Okay. Now, if you have a community, if you have some other ways to kind of get them involved, like I said, the group chat to kind of stay in contact with them, that's all the better. All right. Also have a freebie to track emails for future projects. Exactly. That's it. That's the way you should be looking at it. The email is gold. That contact, that ability to stay in relationship with them is all about it. You said email marketing. Yeah, so when it comes to your email marketing, you can create, exactly. So you can create like a potentially a funnel if you wanted to do that where you're doing ongoing outreach to them. Maybe there's a few other touch points you want to do maybe every week. Depends on how you structure your funnel and your flow for that, your email funnel for that. But essentially you can continue to communicate with them. And then ultimately the notion is that people need maybe 4, 5, 7, 8 times before they actually do something. So if they're seeing your content and seeing your live stream, but also seeing these emails, "Hey Bella, thank you so much for being here." Then they may say, "Oh, you know what? Let me get this new thing she has coming. She's launching. Ooh, she's my person. She's the person I need to talk to about this. This has been kind of percolating in my mind for a minute. Now that she's communicating with me, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'll schedule a one-on-one with her. I'll get her course. Oh, I need to be a part of her community because I want to be held accountable and continue to do these things. So it just depends on what you're doing, but your email marketing will kind of shed light on the other services. And obviously in the email marketing drip campaign, you might even have different offers along the each time you communicate with them that says, "Hey, if you act now, you'll get this. If you act now, I'll offer this." And so there's so many different ways you can do it. And because you use AI, friend, you can create all that seamlessly. You said so smart. Yes. So you guys just got a quick little master class on that. Let me know if you have questions. Thank you, Bella. You said I also have a freebie to track future products. Yep, I love that. Thank you so much. Hey, Wani, appreciate your friend. Boundary settings 101. There we go. I love that. Um, I have free and paid resources available. Absolutely. Yep. Spiritual motivational tools and guides also offer one-on-one process and growth sessions. I love those. Those are good friends. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Coach B, you said I help women after heartbreak and break toxic patterns, and so offer a 6 video series called. And then I think that's where you said the course was the course name in the next message. Boundary settings 101. Gotcha. All right, friends. Thank you so much. So I just wanted to make sure I shared that with you all because now that you understand the process here for Service Plus, it's going to help you understand how to leverage it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Service Plus. So I pointed to the this is Service Plus. That's the feature we're talking about. Here's another feature that's available to you. It's called the pin card. So you could pin a message for your community. So as you're talking about your services, talking about what you offer, I do one-on-one consultations. I also talk about the agency and stuff. And so you can have people click here to join, to inbox you and to message you. And so now in the inbox, you can continue that conversation. And you do want to continue that conversation in the inbox because consider it a warm lead. Okay. So somebody took the time to press your button, click your Service Plus in the corner here. They took the time to do that. And so now, you have that warm lead and you can connect with them. All right. So I want you guys to kind of think about like, how are you talking about it? How are you following up with people? Another tip is that you want to, and I'll talk about some other stuff too, but you want to make sure that you actually do additional follow up because if you really think about it, you might use that same person. Again, if you want to create a group chat, you could do that. You might continue to engage with them and say, hey, my next live is at this day and time. I'm going to be talking about this topic. Or, hey, I have another offer where you can get it free. It's going to only be this special time and this special period. You can get what I have available for free. So that warm lead can become something that actually you know, purchases your product or service, over time, quicker, over time too. Natalie, welcome to the room. Thank you so much. So it's just a matter of connecting with them and being intentional. Yes, I like that. Yep. So, so Service Plus does that connection for you. Thank you so much, Natalie. Let me know. Have you followed the live host? And then make sure you grab that daily heart me if it says join before you start engaging in the room. We want to make sure that you're doing proper engagement. This is not a grow room. I tell people that all the time. I teach about how to go live. You said I keep forgetting some people actually check their emails. Ma'am, a lot of people check their emails. So do you wrong for that. People check their emails. I check my emails easily 2 to 3 times a day. Yes, I'm glued to my emails, but I get your point though, because I have the young adults in my household. I don't even know if they know what an email is. My daughter is being it's been a uphill battle with her to check emails, and I actually had to let it go because I was like here on TikTok. Once I started my TikTok journey, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be stressing about what you are doing for your future. I have to focus on me. I'm gonna focus on me because I used to have access to her emails, and I would check her email, I would check mine, I would see different things. I was like, hey, did you see this? She's like, no, I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it. So now, since I stopped doing that, she's now forced to check it more because she was using me as her secretary. I was. I was her administrative assistant. So she was like, "Oh, did you see? I forgot to do this. Oh, have you seen this?" I was like, "No, ma'am." So I stopped doing it. So now she has to do it herself. So she's gotten a little bit better since I've kind of let go and stopped being a helicopter mom, but still she needs to check her emails more. Can I actually monetize with Service Plus? Absolutely. That's the whole point of this. Yes, yes. So somebody's comment got filtered too, so I didn't see it, but definitely I'm doing well. Thoughtful dreamer. How are you, friend? Welcome back again. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the stickers. This ain't TV. I love it. Hey, how you doing, Luna? And so we're talking about Service Plus. Those in the room, we had some new friends join us. If you do not know what Service Plus is, put in the chat. Say, Doc, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me know if you don't know, because I don't want you guys to be lost as I kind of start going through the five secret ways to earn fast with Service Plus. Because I want you guys to pay attention to this, okay? And some of the stuff I said earlier, Doc, I don't know. Okay. All right, friend. He said, I don't know. All right, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. So, the feature I'm talking about in this live, it's in the live right now. The feature I'm referring to is right here, the yellow arrow. That yellow arrow with the box, that is considered Service Plus. And when you came into my live, some of you, because I think I have the setting turned on, some of you got a message that popped up on the screen. It was a pin message. It stayed for 30 seconds. But that's Service Plus. That's what we're talking about. Service Plus has the ability for you to set up this Service Plus bio. When you click it, go ahead and click it. You guys can click it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Go ahead and click it. When you click that Service Plus bio, that Service Plus symbol, the Service Plus bio pops up, and then you'll see frequently asked questions. All right. So that's what you can do to set up your Service Plus. And as you're talking to your community, you want to do things like, hey guys, click my Service Plus. I want to make sure you guys are getting this information, blah, blah, blah. You can have some offer that you're sharing at that moment. Anyone who clicks my Service Plus in the next 30 seconds will get my free XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you wanna do. You wanna make sure people understand maybe there's a sense of urgency, maybe there's an offer you're providing, something you're doing in the live stream. The other thing you can do is pin. You can do this pin message. So every time you could do this every 3 minutes, you can pin this 30-second message and again share with your community something about what you're offering. Okay. Number 5, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about strategy. Okay, so that's number 5 up here. We'll talk a little bit more about the strategy here. So I want you guys to kind of think about how you could do it in a very intentional and strategic way. So that's Service Plus. All right. And so Service Plus allows you, hey, Lady T, Jackie, I see you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you all coming in. So Service Plus allows you to continue the conversation after the live. So you're in this live, you're talking to your community, people inbox you. You now have that warm lead in the inbox because essentially people messaged you. They wanted to know something about what you're offering. And so they sent that message. Now the beauty of the FAQ is that frequently asked question. Thank you so much for the style glasses. Is that, hey friend, that sounds great. Yeah, yeah. And so the benefit of the FAQ is that it allows you now to continue that conversation after the live. You also can you have a little message. They now create an indicator that says Service Plus. So you know that person came to you because of clicking your Service Plus and they communicated with you from your live stream. And so all that's in your inbox and they're labeled that way. So you can continue again that conversation. You might go back at the end of the week or each day and just say, okay, each week I had this many people coming to my live stream. They click my Service Plus. I'm going to go through my inbox and I'm going to send them a follow up message. You know what I'm saying? So think about your strategy to continue that conversation. You could theoretically click those people. Thank you, friends. I appreciate y'all. You could continue that conversation, like I said, and add them to a group chat. Now, granted, they may leave the group chat. That's totally fine. Maybe that's not a person you wanted to continue a conversation with anyway. But depending on your offer, and depending on why they clicked it, and you got to know what you're offering, you might say, hey, I put you in this group chat because I know you were curious about this topic. I want to give you some additional information as a group so that you guys can get get the solutions you're looking for. Okay. So you can do that. Is it a cost to have them to pay me for that? Is it a cost to them to pay me for that? Um, Ro, the answer is no to click your Service Plus, but depending on what you're offering, you may have a product or service that does have a cost associated with it. So you may have people can book one-on-one sessions with you, like my one-on-one consultations. I can't pin it again. I'll pin it in like a minute, but that's a service that I offer. So you pay for that service. Okay. So if people are like, Doc, I want to meet with you. I need to meet with you. All this information you're sharing, I want to connect with you. You pay for that service. So that's where in my when you click my service plus, you'll see how do I book a one-on-one. You go to my stand store, you would book it. Okay. You may have a free solution. You may have something that says, "Hey, I'm offering this thing for free." The inbox doesn't cost you to communicate. So again, you're getting thank you, friend. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So let me know if that answered your question. I didn't know if you were asking like just clicking the button, does it cost them? No. Clicking a button is free. So it's not a cost. It's essentially you're getting this warm lead because they clicked your button because they wanted some more of what you had to offer. Okay. So that's free, but what you have to offer may not be. Okay. So that may be a charge. So you might it depends on what you're offering. Okay. So so keep that in mind. So Service Plus is a way for you to continue that conversation outside the inbox. You answered it great. Okay, perfect. All right. Capable, how you doing, friend? Those who are coming in the room, appreciate you joining. We are paying attention to Community Fest a little bit. So I tell people you can't leave because we're trying to get watch hours. Community Fest is still going on. I'm gonna check and see where we stand. There's a couple things that we're trying to capture for this live. And so let's see where we stand real quick. And then I'm gonna go through the top 5 things so you guys can kind of know some of these other secrets. Hopefully that was helpful. If you guys have other questions, just to kind of get you up to speed with Service Plus, let me know. I'm happy to answer them. So TikTok had watch minutes as a goal for us. So we have to get so many watch minutes. Okay, so that means you guys watching me. So we have to get 4,499 watch minutes. TikTok is doing the most today for us, but we're close. We're very close. We have 3,124 watch minutes. So not too bad. We're a little over what is that? 1,300 away or so. Maybe almost 1,400 away. So we're close. We're doing our thing, y'all. And then a couple other goals we have for the day is daily gifters. We have to get 135. We have 83. So let's see if we can get some more gifting. You have your wishes here. We also have 10 new fan club members. We have 2. So if it says join and you have not joined the fan club, this is the perfect time to do it. You can click up here to join the fan club. And then we need new followers. So before you see join, it may say follow. If you have not followed the live host, go ahead and follow the live host. And so we need 32 follows as well. We have 11. So those are the things that we're trying to do in this particular live. I tell you guys, tell your audience, engage with your viewers. People will want to support you. Okay. You want to cultivate a room of support so people understand how to engage properly, how to support the room. How you doing, Petal? Welcome to the room, friends. Thank you for the follow. Dr. Joy, appreciate that as well. Yeah, TikTok is doing the most. You said, wow. Yeah, they said 4,499. Why they didn't just say 4,500? TikTok is the most. I don't even know what to say about that. How are you, friends? Hello. How are you as well? I'm doing well, friends. Thank you so much for asking. All is well this way. Thank you for that heart me, my friends. So, like I said, if you haven't followed the live host, it's the perfect time to do it. If you have not joined the community, we are trying to reach those goals. So we have new follows as well as new fan club member goals, as well as watching the live. So y'all can't go nowhere. Y'all gotta stay. Okay. We got a lot of watch hours to get. So stay. We're gonna do it as a group. All right. Thank you so much for the follows. I appreciate you all. So okay. So we're talking about Service Plus. We're talking about the feature for Service Plus. The feature I'm referring to is right here. The yellow box with the arrow is called Service Plus. So we're talking about how to leverage this for your live stream, especially if you have this is for services, digital products, digital solutions, services you're offering as opposed to physical. Physical products would be TikTok shop. Okay. Ideally. Now, granted, you could have a web page that has some physical products on it, but you also let me give you guys another quick tip. If you have a physical product, you should have a digital product. All right? That's across the board. There's no way you have something physical and you don't have a digital solution to go with it. And that can easily be a quick checkbook, a ebook, a checklist, or something where you're telling people, hey, here's the introduction of how I made, my special type of jewelry. Or if you need an overview of some type of special counseling service you're offering. There's a digital solution for every physical product that you offer. Okay. I'm gonna go turn on my iPad for the watch hours. Thank you, Fran. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. 500 minutes. Look at you, Fran. He's like, Doc, I've been watching. Thank you so much, Fran. So keep that in mind. I mean, it's we're now in a day and time where there's no reason, literally no reason, that you are doing something from a physical product base and you don't have something that you can complement, accompany that. Okay. So it should be there. Okay. No, you're welcome. Appreciate it, friend. So you should have something and you can create something quick with the AI, all the things that are out there. Hey, happy, how you doing, friend? And so there's simple solutions for that. So you can easily use any of the AI to create something else to kind of help explain that. Thank you for that daily heart me symbol. By your friend. What is that a symbol of? Tell me more, friend. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me though. I told y'all the usernames with the people and the symbols and stuff ain't bots. They real people, y'all. They real people. Thank you, Fran. Hey, Cece. Um, so keep that in mind. So no, you should have a service that you're offering or a solution, digital product solution. Thank you, Bridget. Appreciate that, y'all. So the other feature that comes with Service Plus is the pin card. Just really quick, I'll show that. And so that's something else you can pin for your community. So let's go through Service Plus solutions. So first thing first, number one thing I'm going to say, hold on one second. One number one thing I'm going to say is, hold on one second. My backup is all over the place, going into other rooms. I had to get it back in the room, y'all. um, the first thing I'm going to say is, how many of you have? Well, let me say this differently. Who doesn't know about the Service Plus community? Okay. If you're not familiar with the Service Plus community, say, Doc, I don't know. Put that in the chat. Doc, I don't know the Service Plus community. I have no idea. And so when I say 5 secrets to earn fast with Service Plus, don't know, don't know. So we got capable. Doc, I don't know. Don't know. Okay. So Service Plus has a community. Okay. And what I'm learning is that many of these programs that TikTok has, they're communities for them. They do. They do have communities. If another community I belong to, just so that you guys know, is TikTok Go. TikTok Go has a community as well. Okay. So I wanted to just throw that out there because there are some communities that TikTok will do. Creator Search Insights, it has a community as well. So yeah. So there's communities for a lot of these programs. So we got a lot of people who had no clue that TikTok Service Plus has a community. So TikTok Service Plus has a community that is on Discord. I'm not a fan of Discord. I'm like, ugh, Discord. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's still on Discord. So, but it's not bad. So, Service Plus has a Discord community. If you don't know what Discord is, say, I don't know what Discord is. So, say, I don't know. Let me know if you don't know. And that's totally fine if you don't know what Discord is. Some of us don't use it. Funny that they use other platforms. Absolutely. So, back in the day, Discord, I guess, just had a partnership with TikTok. I'm not sure. So your group chats that we now have on TikTok was on Discord. You didn't have them on TikTok. So if you have a group chat that you use, that feature didn't exist this time last year. It didn't exist. Yeah, I think it came sometime in the fall. Before that, you would have to create a Discord group. Yep. So that's where it was. I don't know what Discord is, Doc. I don't know. Uh, that is why I'm so quiet. You're so so sweet. That's okay. I'm so busy. I've taken some classes in Discord. Did you? Yeah, I don't like it though. Um, And they don't want us to push to other platforms. It is an oxymoron. I guess ultimately, now we have the group chat, so you don't have to, but not everybody has it. A lot of people, if you have, I think we realize if you have under 5K followers, you still see the Discord feature. You still see that as a way to create a group chat for your community. Yeah. So not my fave. Yeah, it's not my fave either. It's a little clunky and busy. It is truly a chat room type feel to it. Yeah. So okay, so Discord. Let me see. It's on my phone here. So Discord looks like, let's see. Oh my gosh, everything. All my devices need to be charged. Okay. You said I have done Discord, but geez, I am busy trying to learn TikTok. Yes. Yes, so I need a Discord chat. You do. You're gonna have to download Discord. So this is what Discord looks like. Okay. I'm gonna click it. And this is my Discord. I'm actually in the Service Plus community. So I belong to several different communities and stuff. So I'm in here. Ugh. Can a person who wants to remain faceless and voiceless stay that way in TikTok? Yeah. It's a different strategy. Maybe I should say that. It's a different strategy in terms of what you're trying to do for growth. So it just depends on what you're doing. It's definitely a different strategy from obviously building a community because people want to get to know, like, and trust you. And that know, like, and trust is typically built based on them seeing you. Okay. So it's like that visual piece to it. So if you're doing stuff that is targeting your audience and maybe you're using some digital stuff, AI videos, a little humorous, potentially. I mean, you're competing with everybody else who's doing AI videos. But yeah, I guess you're competing with people, period. Um, it just depends. It's a different strategy though. You gotta you gotta make sure that you're very targeted in what you're doing, who you're talking to, being very intentional about your content creation. Again, that audience and pinpointing that audience is going to be instrumental. And then when it comes to your videos are gonna have to stand out. They're gonna have to stand out from the crowd. People are gonna have to see your videos as innovative as opposed to some of the other content that's out there. So there's a lot that you're gonna have to strategize around in doing that. Not that I'm saying that it can't happen. It's just a matter of how you approach it. Because I think if you don't think of it from a strategic way about, the who and how you're doing things, it's going to yeah, it's gonna be an uphill battle. Um, Hold on, let's go step by step. Where are we getting in the community? Imma get you there. Let me give me a second. I'm giving back to Zeed. Thank you so much. Hey, Eugene. So I was explaining the community first, just so that you guys can see it, and then I'll talk about how to get there because actually I'm gonna show it. And we got more people in the room. We got more people in the room. So I may do a little bit of support, but we gonna see how this rolls. Hey, ambitious May, appreciate you all. So here's this is the official Service Plus content page. Don't look at the side of the screen here. These are other group chats. But right in the middle, that's why I don't like Discord, because it's like these little mini chats that you have. And so you have to kind of go in and look at it. But Service Plus is pretty decent in terms of the type of support they offer. The young lady name is Crystal, and she will do a Service Plus like one-on-one conversations. And she has like this page here where she gives weekly tasks or weekly updates in terms of things you want to focus on. So, like for example, this one here, this is where she's talking about some things that you want to do for turn views into leads and clients. So she's giving you some tips and strategies. These are the topics she'll cover. And so as she puts out different things each day of the week, that's stuff that she'll cover in terms of helping you understand how to leverage Service Plus. So really helpful information. And so as you click through, you'll see her talking about one simple rule. If a viewer can't figure out how to reach you within 10 seconds of joining, you're losing leads. Make it obvious, make it easy, say it out loud. And so, again, you should tell them, here's how you can get to my Service Plus. Click my Service Plus. Let me pin my Service Plus. And as you're doing that, they're getting used to you communicating that. And you're going to communicate quite often, actually, if you're going to really think about how you're getting those leads and then how you are talking about your product as a solution, the service as a solution, okay, for that audience member. So, In terms of getting to Discord, this is my number one thing. You want to join their community. So a couple things happens. Once you join Service Plus, so I don't want to send this to people who don't have Service Plus because you can't join Service Plus if you don't have Service Plus. Okay. So once you join Service Plus, you need to have you'll see they'll give you some communications via email. You're going to get some system notification inbox messages. And so don't dismiss those. Scroll to the bottom. It usually says, "Hey, join our community." At the very bottom, they typically lead that way. That's how they capture new people coming into the community. Join the community, okay? Join the community. I don't have Service Plus. So yeah, so for anybody, if you don't have Service Plus, you have to first apply to Service Plus. So apply to Service Plus is located two different places. When you are on your profile page, on your TikTok account, on your page, you should go to TikTok Studio. That should be on your page. Click the TikTok Studio. You'll see post and you'll see live at the top. It's actually under both of them. So on the post side, if you scroll down to monetization, you'll see Service Plus as one of the boxes there. If you are on your live center, on the live side, that's called the live center, scroll down to tools and resources, and it's under there as one of the boxes for Service Plus. So you have to apply. It says join. Once you join and get accepted, keep in mind you got to have a service. And so what I was sharing earlier with folks is that at the end of the day, you wouldn't communicate that maybe you're doing consultations, maybe you're doing a coaching, you're a TikTok coach of some sort. You're doing something that is service based. If you got physical products, TikTok says, "Oh, you should be a TikTok shop seller." That's the way you should do it. You should sell your products through TikTok Shop. However, I told you earlier, if you have physical products, you should have a digital product. You should have a digital solution. You should have something that you're offering as maybe a digital freebie to your community, and then that may lead them to your physical. Okay? Got me? On the same page? And so if you have a website that you're gonna talk to them in your inbox or in your communication about, here's the services you offer, then they will get to your physical by means of getting through, getting your services. So they'll go to your website and see all the other physical things you offer. Okay? So keep that in mind. You could do it, but you have to be very, very intentional in terms of getting access to the feature because it is for services. It's for digital products. Okay? Let me know if that makes sense. Yes, Doc, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let me know if you have questions about that. Okay. So when it comes to getting the invite for the Discord, once you join Service Plus, hey friend, once you join Service Plus, hey Bridget, there is a system you'll get a system notification, you'll get an invite to share the to invite you to the Discord, or they'll share some promotional services that they offer. Okay. And then look at that and scroll down and you'll see the Discord. Hey, Flourish, thank you so much, friend. Flourish, you have a business account and you had physical products as you had TikTok shop. I wonder if that's why they never gave you Service Plus because of the physical products. I'm assuming that's the case because she's someone that said she couldn't get it. And I wonder if it's because of how your account was originally set up, and they saw it as physical, not digital. So anyway, but let me know if that's the case, friend. Hey, friend, um, if you are new to the room and just catching on, let me know if you have any questions about this. TikTok says sharing tips for beginner creators on Discord and TikTok. Ask your questions. TikTok, we talking about Service Plus. We talk about Service Plus, so we'll see. TikTok is still behind a little bit. Um, Again, let me pause here because I'm gonna do number 2 in a second. What I will do though, if you are somebody who needs the link. I don't want to send it to people who don't have Service Plus yet. So I know some of you guys said you didn't know about it. But if you have Service Plus, if you want to message me and say, Doc, I have Service Plus, I want to get the link. I will send me that message and I'll send it to you. But I want to make sure you have it. I don't want to send you something and then honestly you're gonna be frustrated because they're not gonna accept you because they actually do ask for your information. Okay. So it is really for people who already got invited into the program. Okay. Um, But you guys can, send me, Service Plus if that's you and you say I have it. So I'm happy to answer that question and send you the link to it. When it comes to our Community Fest, let's look at Community Fest real quick. We'll do a quick intermission and check our status. We're trying to get 4,499 watch hours. So we'll see if we're coming close to it. We have 3,600, 3,680 to be exact. So we're a little under 1,000 off, which is great. So, I think we're gonna do it, y'all. We'll see. Y'all gotta stay in the room. Don't leave. If you are new to my live and you haven't followed the live host, it's a good time to follow. If it says follow, we do need new follows as well. So we have 32 we have to get. We have 15 so far. So let's see if we can get some more new follows. And then fan club members. If you have not joined the fan club, this is the perfect time to join. We need 10. We have 4. Okay. So let's see if we can get some new fan club members. And in gifting, and we need 135. We have 92. Okay. Thank you so much. Hey, Coach Rhonda. So we are trying to get these numbers for service. I'm sorry, for Community Fest. So hopefully we can achieve our numbers before I get off this live. I'll be on the live. We just hit the hour mark, a little over the hour mark. So I'll try to stay maybe close to the hour. Do a total of 2 hours on this live. So yes, hey goddess, thank you for the follow. I see you, friend. Thank you for that. I appreciate the support. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate the support. I can't afford anything yet. Have funds and not the card. Say that again. I can't afford anything yet. Have funds and not the card. I don't know what that means, friend. Um, I don't know what that means. Let me know what you mean by that. Thank you so much, Eugene. Thank you for that community gift. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. 01. Thank you, friend. Appreciate you. Are you talking about for like putting coins on your account for gifting? Is that what you mean by that? Let me know what you meant by that. Um, Coming in on backup to increase watch. Thank you, Luna. Appreciate that, friend. Appreciate you. Um, Okay, so yeah, as you continue to grow, um, I will say this, as you're looking at your trajectory as a live host, you're gonna wanna make sure that you are doing that type of the gifted engagement too. As you're asking people to come to your live and support your live, you're gonna go out and support other people too. So what I would recommend doing is that you do try to figure out like maybe if it was a couple dollars that you put on your account, maybe it is a gift card you use, some other kind of ways to do it, but I would say do it. Yeah, see if you can make that happen as you look to go live and get more visibility for your live and more people. He said, most definitely. Same here on backup as well. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that, Wanda. Appreciate y'all. Y'all so sweet. Diana, welcome to the room. See your friend. Others coming in. Thank y'all so much for joining the live stream. Yeah, we're gonna get these watch hours. I think we need 4,499. Okay. So we're gonna get the watch hours based on everybody here. So okay, so number one is join Discord. Hey Lori, thank you so much. That will be the first tip. Number two, I talked about this earlier as well. Have you guys attended any of the webinars? Do you know what I'm talking about? This is Service Plus offers webinars. Anybody attended a webinar? I'm thinking of doing that. Yeah, perfect. Yep. That'll get you a little bit of start the process. Get your blue box, get you engaging. No, not yet. Okay. So thank you so much. Yes, Coach B, good, good. No, I thought they cost. No, they're free. They're free. And when you're in the Discord, no, they're free. They're part of the service. Not yet. Okay, okay. So Service Plus offers webinars. Service Plus offers webinars. They promote them. They do it weekly. As they're doing these webinars, it is for people who are in their Discord. Okay, so that's the reason why you join the Discord so you can be in the know. And then, like I said, she sends weekly little messages to kind of set the tone for the week. So she's giving you some ways to kind of facilitate engagement in your room, how to promote your Service Plus and your services, how to leverage the feature. And so she does a really good job. I think everything she shared is like pretty good information for you to leverage and use. Hey Mango May, welcome to the room. And so, yes, I have in the past, but not recently. Yes. And so the webinars in the beginning, it's like a beginner Service Plus one-on-one webinar, but in that conversation. And so if you just plan to attend it once a month, I think that's good, just so you can kind of get a little bit of a refresher. or a little bit of maybe a little special tip and strategy she puts out there, because she tries to do that as well based on what the topic is for the week. So she tries to share some things you can do and think about differently for your live stream. So I like that about her. Now, again, you got a lot of people just like in this live here. It's like, oh, I never heard of this. What do I do? What is Service Plus? How do I use it? Now they're in the Discord and they're just now trying to get things going. So they're newbies. And so she still kind of speaks to the new person coming into the room as well. Oh, sorry, my friends. My friends on the YT. Hold on one second. My screen fell over. Let's see. I gotta charge my cord, charge my device. There we go. And so that's really helpful. Even if you're looking to get a refresher. I'm always one of those people where I don't know about Discord though. Where do I find more information? You don't know about Discord. Oh, you're not in the Discord, Coach Rhonda? Let me know. Did you see it, Paul? You're so funny. um, are you not in the Discord? Hello, Mango May. Let me know what you meant by that. And so, Coach Rhonda, are you attending it? You said you did attend it once before, so you got it through the Discord. So you're saying you're not in the Discord? Good to know. I am not on Discord yet. Yeah, so maybe I'll miss it. I'm missing it. Well, send me a message on Service Plus and just ask about Discord. I'll send you the link just in case you don't have it. I'll send you the link to join. Okay. So just send me a Service Plus message. When it comes to the one-on-one, sorry, the webinars, she sends that notification through the Discord. That's where it comes through. So she's sending it weekly. I think she's kind of shifted her days. I want to say she was Thursday. She may be Wednesday or Friday now. I can't remember which one she's doing, but it's towards the later part of the week. Thank you so much, Mango May. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the messaging, you all. Let me know if you guys have questions. If you are so the only caveat to this conversation is hello, thank you for the follow. If you want me to send you to Discord, you have to be in Service Plus. So you already have to have it. So it's not for anybody who's not already accepted. Okay? So I say that because I don't want to get have you frustrated because they don't accept you. So I'm gonna only send it to people I know who have it. And if you don't have it, as of yet, apply to Service Plus first and get included in the program. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Dula Shelley? So get accepted in the program, get Service Plus, and then we'll talk about. I can send you the link, but you should be looking out for the videos and the other promotional information about Service Plus and how to use it. Okay. Um, so number 2 was attend a webinar. Okay, so number 1, join the Discord. Number 2, attend a webinar. Number 3, now, thank you, friend. Appreciate it. Thank you, friend. Oh, thank you, Velma. Number 3, who has participated in a Service Plus? Thank you, title gifter, the hearts. Appreciate you. Thank you, friend. Appreciate that. Um, so tell me if you have how many hearts is it, Lord? TikTok. Thank you for that, friend. Tell me if you have not attended not participated in one of their campaigns. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say Service Plus has campaigns? Who has not participated in a campaign? Okay, I've landed in wrong places trying to do things. So far for 50 more. Yes. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, friend. Look at the bud and hearts. Is Service Plus a feature that lets creators sell services? Yes, Service Plus, the feature we're talking about is this feature right here. This is Service Plus. This yellow box with the arrow, that is Service Plus. And then you also can do what's called a pin card. And you can ask people to, message you if they want to get your services or whatever you have to offer. For me, I do the one-on-one consultations. And so part of this is all part of Service Plus. And you set it up so that it's something you can leverage in your live stream as you're talking to your community. I'm learning that they said better luck next time. For your Service Plus. Okay. Yeah, so make sure that your Service Plus is also based on, and it may be that you have to have 1,000 followers. That's possible. I don't know if that anybody know if that's the requirement to access Service Plus. I should have checked on that. I don't think I've seen it anywhere. So it may be that you need 1,000 followers. Is that what you're saying, thoughtful dreamer? It sounds like you're saying that. So you gotta wait, yeah, until you hit that threshold. If it is that you need 1,000 followers. Um, when it comes to Service Plus, they have what's called Service Plus campaigns. And so depending on the campaign, you can move up to the leaderboard. There's two campaigns where I've gotten promote coupons. I've gotten some diamonds from it. So Service Plus will do campaigns. Now, the young lady, hey Yolanda, the young lady who oversees Service Plus, she, like I said, her name is Crystal. Thank you so much. The Service Plus Discord. Thank you for that, Daily Heart Me. She's always talking about the campaigns in the Discord. And what I will tell you, and so like I told you, the 5 secrets to earn faster Service Plus. So the goal with the promote coupons is to get you pushed out and get you more visibility, which is great. You can use it. Um, the thing is, if you are not receiving their campaigns and you're in Service Plus, that's what it says you got to be a member, and you're in Service Plus, she will give you access if you meet the criteria. And so there's a couple times I click the campaign and said I was ineligible. I messaged her that I was ineligible, and she added me. Okay? So just keep that in mind too. Is there a downside to Service Plus? Hello friend, how you doing, Tammy? Um, I don't think so. No. No? Anybody? What would you guys say? I want to make sure we answer Dula Shelley's question correctly. When I think about, I'm going to pin your comment. When I think about Service Plus, I see it as another way to intentionally have a call to action, as well as have this intentional focus on the services you're offering. So it really is helping you to stay focused on what your live stream is about and what you're trying to do in terms of getting people to your offer or to your solution. So thank you for that. I don't know what that was. I missed it though. Oh, I love that. I'm still learning and growing. Awesome, awesome. Does having a business account work better with Service Plus? I think it does open up some different features that you don't have as a creator account, a personal account. So that lead form, they have a contact lead form. You can't use that unless you're a business account. I don't know if that calendar feature is only for business accounts. I'm not sure. It might not be though. Let me know if anybody knows that. The Calendarly feature, is it only for business accounts? Service Plus does not appear to have a required follower count. Just FYI. Thank you, Mango May. So no, so thoughtful. It doesn't have a requirement. It doesn't appear to have a requirement for how many followers you have. Hey V. So keep that in mind too. You should be okay. Then I would say whatever you communicated, you might need to make sure they see it as a service. Okay, good to know. You're welcome. You're welcome. Downside is that they take a portion of your course money. So video courses. I don't see that as a downside actually. I think that actually is a something you can leverage. Especially, so let me speak to that. I don't think that's a downside. I think that I actually would say that as, you want to think about your strategy. I'll talk about strategy in number 5. I see it as, well, let me speak to that. Give me 1 second. It was recommended by my mentor. I recently added Deets. What's Deets? To my Service Plus. Let me know what you meant by that, friend. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, friends. So here's what I would say about the video course, that feature. To me, the video course is an opportunity to lead people to your other services. Details, gotcha. Okay, thank you, friend. More details to your service plus. Awesome, yeah. The more the better for your community. Yep. So I see the video course as what do you call it, a gateway to your other services. And so as you're thinking about that video course, it shouldn't be something where you price it at a super high price. It's something that allows people to then want to get more information, learn from you, grow from you, and then become part of whatever your other options are, your other offers are. And so you want to think about that from like a little bit of a strategy to say, okay, if you want my beginner course in XYZ topic, it's a mini lesson. Yeah, that's it. And then you can get to my community. You can get my full ebook. You can get my full course. You can book a consultation. You can get my coaching packages. So it's just that. And then by TikTok offering that, so here's the thing for people who don't have a paywall or service that they're a service provider, they can use TikTok. That video course is essentially your means to get your service out there, and you give a percentage to TikTok. And again, in my view, you're not looking at that video course to break the bank or be something that's going to be your main offering, but it is something to get you started. Okay. So if you had a course that you're offering for argument's sake, I don't know, 10.99, 5.99, something like that. And it's just a few, you got to give 50% to TikTok. What I will say is that any service provider you provide, I have 99 video course that leads me to my 30-day experience. Yep. And so you get half of that. If somebody purchases that, you get half of it. I will say if you have a paywall service, you're paying for their monthly fee potentially. You're paying for the Stripe fee for people to do that transaction. You're paying for all that stuff anyway. You're gonna pay somebody. So the thing is, like, how much are you going to pay for this video course that ideally should lead them to maybe other solutions and other services that you have? Or maybe it's your first thing you're offering, which is great, and you're just getting your feet wet. So you're offering this and you get so many sales, then maybe you do have additional services you offer off platform to that's behind a paywall. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if you guys caught that. So I want you guys to be strategic about what you're doing. But the video course doesn't have to be, a big ticket item. And, it's just a matter of how you're approaching it. Okay. Um, I feel guilty when I walk into classes, but want to grow. You feel guilty when you walk into classes and want to grow. You're gonna have to think about your approach then. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome, Tammy. You're welcome. Um, so So number three is sign up for those campaigns. Campaigns can get you promote coupons. Coupons get you more visibility. TikTok is all about, and let me share this little tidbit about the coupon. I will say this: TikTok is about TikTok. So keep that in mind. Um, you typically get those promote coupons if you win them through campaigns and other means. You typically do have to put money with it. Okay. So the campaigns, those coupons are usually like 80% off. And so you gotta put up to 20%. You know what I'm saying? So little things like that. So you will have to have some out-of-pocket fee. But again, if you're thinking about this as a business, you're paying for marketing. That's a marketing expense. Trying to get more traffic, more visibility. So that's the way you need to look at it. Everything here is about how are you getting more exposure, more potential clients, more discoverability. And so sometimes you're going to have to think about how do I market my business in an intentional way so I have more traffic. Now, with those promo coupons, you want to make sure you also identify the demographic you're trying to reach. So don't just let TikTok pick it. You are going to identify maybe the gender, the age, the geographical areas, those things you can select from. And then they even actually have the interests if you want to hone in on a specific interest. And so keep that in mind. Don't let TikTok pick it for you. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to do some marketing too. All right. And so joining those campaigns, getting up on the leaderboard can help you with that. The campaign they just ran this month, I had to go back and look after my live. I was like, what happened with that campaign? Did it end? It actually ended yesterday, and I ranked 25. But this campaign, they only had the top 10 that were going to win something. So I didn't get anything, y'all. Didn't get anything. But I did get to 25, so that's good. They had some other campaigns where they had higher winners, I guess 25 and above or 30 and above. They won something, but this one they did not. Um so keep that in mind. So still that's awesome. I know. I know. And a lot of times it's just making sure people are engaging in your live stream and clicking your service plus and stuff. That's good. Yeah. Um hey Keisha. So 1, 2, and 3. So I talked about joining a Discord. We talked about making sure you attend a webinar. We talked about applying to some of those campaigns, signing up for the campaigns. Okay. So I want you guys to understand those are things you can do to increase your understanding and visibility of Service Plus. Um, Number 4, we're going to talk about this, and this feature is in here in Service Plus too. We're going to talk about your board. They spend a lot of time on the board conversation within Service Plus. Thank you so much, Keisha. Look at you, level 18. Congratulations, Fred. You in these streets. In these TikTok streets, leveling up. Congratulations. Um, so they talk about the benefit of I know, right? They talk about the benefit of having a strong board, a stop the scroll board, a board that your people know pretty instantly, pretty early on, what your live is about and what you're offering. And that board is like your call to action. Okay. They have this also, they have this engagement board too. But in an engagement board can be things you're asking people to do when you think about a call to action too. So you could have some stuff over here. So there's these 2 types of boards you can create. This is the regular headline board. And then this is called viewer wishes, but it looks like this when you have that sideboard. The side one is called your bulletin. Okay, so you have your headline and you have your bulletin. This is called viewer wishes, though. I just wanted to make sure I said that. Hey, hey, friend, how you doing from California? We are not a grow room, but welcome to the room. Let me know if you have questions. We engage in this live. We're talking about Service Plus right now. Let me know if you have questions about Service Plus and did you use it. I'm going to have to charge my phone in a second. Let me see. Between my phone and my tablet, both my devices are struggling. So we'll see. I may have to make a compromise on one of them. Figure out which one my tablet may have to go out soon. So we'll see. So when it comes to your board, here's the things you want to keep in mind. And I've been saying this quite a bit. Sent 30 more community votes. I thought it ended. You know what? It hasn't. We're in the global finale. We're in the global finale. It ends on Thursday, July 2nd. I guess you can send votes, but I'm not gonna win. I'm just saying. I'm not on the leaderboard. Although I am doing the daily task. Okay, I keep sending. Okay. You know what? TikTok doesn't show this time. I think that's one of the missteps. We get no indicator that people are sending those votes. We used to last year. It was like showing up in your live goal up there, but there's no signal. He said, "Oh, you see your ranking? My ranking. Hold on, what's my ranking? Let me check. It ain't high, is it? Oh, that's not nice." Thank you so much for the follow, friend. Um, yeah, my ranking ain't high, friend. That's the ranking from the I think from the qualifiers. But yeah, your girl is not high up at all. So um we are so close. We're at 444 400 no 4,044 hundred. Did I say that right? 4,444. That's it. So that's how many watch minutes we have. So 4,444. We have 10, we have to get 10 new fan club members. So if you haven't joined the fan club, this is a perfect time to do it. We needed 32 new followers. We have 18. So if you haven't followed and it says follow up there, this is a great time to follow. We needed 135 daily gifters. We have 102. So we're doing it, friends. Life with D, thank you for becoming a fan club member. I appreciate your friend. those who are coming in, I appreciate all the support. Y'all are great. So yeah, so we're keeping up with the community fest information, but but we are not high up, but we're trying our best to do the daily task. And I share with you guys the daily task is, I personally think it's a great thing, and I wish they would maybe even do it throughout the year, because I think it's a great thing for you as a live host to kind of tap into what are some daily tasks TikTok is giving you. How can you get your room to engage and be involved in it? Like little things like that. I mean, it's been good. You guys have been stepping up to the challenge, so I really appreciate it. We've gotten comment goals, we've gotten the watch goals. We're doing our thing, and I appreciate all the support. But I would love if they continued it. So it's for Community Fest right now, and so as a live host, we're just gonna have to create some new ones and just say, hey guys, here's our goals for the live stream. All right. Thank you, Fran. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Okay, so let's go back to Service Plus. So we talked about joining Discord, number one. We talked about number two, making sure that you are attending those webinars that they hold and the notifications are in the Discord. Number three, we talked about, hey, friend, we talked about making sure you sign up for the campaigns. Number four, we're talking about the board. Okay, the board is again a way for people to know what your live is about, for them to stop the scroll, and maybe if they're interested in your service, what you're offering, joining your community, or getting your free ebook, or whatever the case may be, you can have that as part of your board message, your headline message, or your bulletin. This is a viewer wishes, but it sits on a similar type of look when you have a bulletin up. All right. So those two features you can turn on and create your board before you go live. If you're under Service Plus, it actually says boards and it takes you to the board area. All right. And so with that, you can create the board, and you want to make sure your board is something that is going to be of value to your community. So it needs to add value. It needs to add curiosity and maybe a challenge so that your community can engage. And if you're offering something, maybe you have that on your bulletin so they understand what your offer is, as well as in your board up top. Maybe it's something where people are going to want to know more about what you're saying. You know, if you're a realtor, it might be like, hey, here are the five house search mistakes people make every day. Don't make these mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So something where people are like, oh, okay, I'm in the business of looking for a home. I want to know what this person knows and how I can be mindful of getting my next home. What mistakes do I want to be aware of? You know, and so those are the type of things you want to get people to come in your room and stop the scrolling and sit with you and learn from you. Okay. I get people coming in because of my board. It causes them to inquire. Yep. That's it. So if you're thinking about it from a service plus perspective, that's a hidden gem. A lot of people don't use the board in that way. A lot of people are not thinking about their messaging. A lot of this comes down to marketing. Okay? So what are you saying and doing that's going to make people stop and get your service? Okay? And your board should communicate some of that or convey, here's what we're talking about, here's what we're doing, and here's how I can leverage this particular marketing tool to support me in getting more visibility and getting people to engage more, getting people to ask questions, getting, sparking that curiosity. Okay. So keep that in mind. You want to play around with your board so that maybe it even helps people understand, again, that headline board too, help people understand like, hey, there is an offer that this is going to lead to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to know and get my free guide, or if you want to do a consultation, there's something else you can get from me. You want that solution. Here's how you get it. All right. TikTok's AI said a Q&A on TikTok Service Plus features. Awesome. Is there a fee for using Service Plus? It's not a fee unless you activate that video course feature. You turn on the video course feature and you have that type of offer. So think about it almost like a super fans. So if you activate super fans, somebody become your super fans, then TikTok gets a cut, you get a cut. Same thing with the video course. So it's the same type of concept. If you turn on that video course feature, you get a cut, TikTok get a cut. That's how it works. Okay. So yeah, so that's how it works. So that's the fee. The calendar scheduling feature, I don't think it has a fee. Let me know if anybody knows that. I don't have it and use it. So does that have a fee associated with it? Is there a fee? I know Calendly is a fee-based service. They do have a free version, but I do know they have a fee-based service as well. So maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know. Um, and then beyond that, when people click your Service Plus, you're communicating in the inbox. Yeah. Now, will TikTok create, in the future, some other ways that they can get their hand in the cookie jar? Maybe. Be ready. Maybe. So, but I think right now it's about getting enough people to use the feature. And then let me say this about this feature. Uh, um, you want to make sure that you are not necessarily putting a link in your bio. They want you to use Service Plus. So they've been really scrutinizing on links in bios because they see people as pushing people off the platform. So I think what they were doing was using Service Plus as a way to kind of understand how many people have these offers. So I think right now it's probably a form of, who knows, tracking, identifying people who have services that they're providing and kind of getting a sense of what those numbers look like. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point there is a fee, um, if it is continually to be heavily utilized. I think right now it's underutilized. People don't know about it. And so if you can be an early adopter and, learn how to use it, start building, your community, your email list, your contacts and stuff through it, it's a win-win for you. It's a good thing. So take advantage of it right now. Okay, that's nice. Yep. So number four was really thinking about your board messaging. How are you thinking about what you have on your board to get people to engage in your live stream? So I want you guys to be intentional about that work and just making sure you're using Service Plus, and pinning your. So a couple things they tell you to do is you're supposed to introduce yourself pretty often. Okay. They, excuse me, they want you to do kind of a recap. They actually encourage you to do it every 10 to 15 minutes. So as people are coming in, you got a new group of people joining you and supporting the live stream. And so you're supposed to be doing like a quick overview and intro. Like for me, I would say, hey, I'm Dr. Lisa. I'm a TikTok creator, live host. I've been here for a year and a half, going live every day, twice a day. Hey, phenomenal Katrina. And I also am a creator network owner and manager. I have an agency. It's a free program here on TikTok. And so if you're looking to grow and learn how to be a great live host, come to my lives. I go live twice a day, every day, as well as I do one-on-one consultations. So if you want to book a session with me, you're welcome to do that. I do that as part of another service I offer above and beyond the agency, as well as I do coaching. So if you're really trying to grow as a live host, as a digital marketing person here on this app, where you're thinking about different solutions, I can coach you through that process. So those are things that you're doing. You're doing that overview. Maybe you do a rundown of other services you offer. Maybe talk about some other things that you provide. I could even go well into the agency conversation. I haven't done that in a while. So just recognize that that's what you're doing pretty frequently in your live stream if you got different people coming in. So the strategy, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more so just as you understand what happens here from a digital marketing perspective. You should think about your live as a production, and if you're thinking about your live as a production, there's maybe a little bit of a warm up to get people in the room. You're offering some tips, maybe a couple of quick things that people might want to know from you. You're sharing some information about yourself, maybe sharing some information about how the room is going to flow, what the topic is going to be, and getting that room warmed up. The likes, the comments, the shares, all those things are happening. Thank you very much. Shonda. Appreciate it. So all that happens in that first 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes of your live stream. That is your warm-up phase. The next phase is that you want to offer value. Okay. Value in the sense of if it's based on your topic, you want to show a little bit about what you have to offer. You want to, from your knowledge base, you want to kind of go through your topic in a way that people are like, oh, wow, that was great information. You're my solution. You're exactly what I needed to know and what I needed to do. This is great. How do I get more? Okay. And so really in that core middle, you're doing that level of, coaching, training, something that's going to add value. The next part is about how you are then leading them towards your offer, your solution. So you want to be able to pitch that a little bit too. And so you should talk about that as well in your live stream so people understand, okay, here's some other things that you can do if you want more information, if you want to join my community, if you want to do these other things, here's how you can do that. So I'm going to segue into number 5 because number 5 here is actually a way for you to be a little bit more strategic. So what I teach you all here is that if you're on this platform and you really want to see more visibility, people have to engage in your live stream. You do need people sharing out your live. Thank you, Ambitious Maid. Thank you so much for that, friend. You do need those shares. So if you guys don't mind sharing out the live, you can share it. You can add it stories. You can repost it. I don't think we even talked about shares today. I got 43 shares. So you got to talk about the stuff too so people know how they can support. We did get over our 1K, which is awesome. Thank you so much for that, friend. The 1K taps. If you're reading this, thank you, friend. Let's make sure we are being intentional about this. I don't want to get people in the who are distracting us. So sharing out the live. I appreciate the shares. Hey, your friend. Thank you so much for coming back. Um, so when it comes to your your solution, you want to make sure that you're calling out the things that you want people to do. And so when it comes to Service Plus, one of the tips they shared in the webinar some time ago, this is something that they said early on, as you're thinking about this being an engagement app and you need that engagement from your viewers, you want TikTok to see you as a room that people want to come to. The likes matter, the shares matter, the comments matter, and the gifting matters. Okay. And so, depending on how your topic is structured, you can make it so that if you have an offer that you want to give to people, maybe you have a discount that you're offering, or maybe you have a product that is maybe considered your freebie, but you're going to give it away for a small cost for the live. Maybe you say, hey, I'm going to give this my quick guide to learning how to go live. Away to the first 5 people who support my live goal, which is the glasses. Okay, so let's get the love glasses equals the discount code. And so people get that discount code. So that way, when they go to your stand store or whatever, they'll inbox you by clicking this. You can say, hey, after you do that, after you send your glasses, make sure you inbox me, and then I will give that away for the first 10 people. So think about how you do that. You said, I like that idea. But think about what your offer is and what you're sharing with people. So when you're sharing that value. Thank you, Miss Tammy. You're sharing that value to your community. Thank you, Cynthia. Appreciate it. You're sharing that value to your community, then they can see that as valuable too. And it's like, oh, all I have to do is this live goal. I'll support this live goal. I'll send that. You say, well, you like that too? Yeah. So again, you're thinking about how does it tie to what you're offering, and use TikTok to do that. Okay. I want you to be strategic about this and just say, okay, here's the thing about it. I know this product, this service I'm offering, my free consultation or whatever, my consultation is usually worth, $100. However, in this live, people who send the galaxy, they'll get it for free. They'll get it at a discount. And I'm gonna give you my discount code so you can get it for 75% off. Whatever the case may be, 80% off. And so again, think about what you're doing so that you can again get those people to actually move forward with booking you and supporting you and stuff. And so you can decide what that number is, what that coin gift is, what that offer could be, how you're discounting it. Are you actually discounting it? Maybe it's something that would have been a freebie anyway, but now it's not actually a freebie because you associated with this coin gift too. Does that make sense? Thank you so much, Miss Tammy. I appreciate you. So that's how you would offer something. Thank you so much, friend. Let's see. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. You guys are great. So keep that in mind. You think about what you're offering your community, sit down and spend some time with that. And here's another pro tip. If you are not sure of what you can offer, or not sure how you would express that offer, put a prompt into AI, ChatGPT, Claude, and ask it to come up with some answers for you. You don't have to come up with it on your own. We're now at a point in time in our life where we don't have to do the heavy lifting in coming up with ways to think about this that makes sense for our room. You can use the AI to come up with that offer. Okay. But you could use the resources and features here to do it as well. You get what I'm saying? And so when I pin that GIF, um, I can't pin it again for another couple minutes, but I'm gonna pin this one. You can tell where I changed the words. You can change the words to anything you want. You could type in a message that makes sense for your room and what you're offering. And so that's something you can do. Claude built my website. Chat gives in ideas. So you get idea. Claude built the website, and then you can get ideas from that way. That's good. That's good. And so this is a feature you can absolutely leverage. And then as you're talking about your service, you can say, hey guys, you can change the words here so people understand that they can get a discount today. And you can make that a little bit more of a, you know, a enticing type offer. So you kind of play around with the wording and what you say and stuff in your live stream. And then people say like, wow, let me get it now. That's that sense of urgency. Like, oh, I better get it now because if I wait, I'm not gonna get that discount. And all you asking me to do is send, this coin gift. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Because I see what you offered is of value to me. So you decide what that looks like, but you can do it your way. Wow, I'm already typing in chat and getting some good stuff. I love it. I love it. So y'all can't tell me I didn't give y'all nothing for free. Okay. Y'all got a whole lot. But I want y'all to be successful. I want y'all to grow. And there's no reason why we all can't win. But some of this just takes a little bit of strategy. And so Service Plus is that thing that you can use to kind of get the word out about your services and stuff. And I know a lot of us, hey friends, I know a lot of us do have offers. And so you want to be intentional about how you're setting up. This is so invaluable. You're welcome, friend. You're so welcome. And so one of the things, like I said, with Service Plus, just be mindful of just going to those meetings. I mean, the webinars, go to those trainings. You may consider, like, as you think about your live and your journey and stuff, you might want to consider promoting here and there just to get new people in the room, new faces, new visibility. So just see what that looks like for your room too. I wouldn't say do it all the time, but just think about like how do you get a little bit more fresh folks in the room. Giving the big goods today. Oh, you're so funny. I greatly appreciate it. You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I said I was gonna do a little bit more of this in the next couple in the next, month or so that people can see. I have a lot of people who have joined the agency, and I started off with my digital products and services. I still have them, but because of the agency, I kind of shifted my focus on the agency, and then obviously doing one-on-ones and consultations and stuff has kind of been what I've mainly been doing, and even my coaching packages too. But with that, I have a lot of people who join the agency that do have digital solutions, that do have offers. And when I go to the lives, I was like, wow, I think people need more guidance and support with selling and just feeling comfortable enough to put things out there to folks and get the offer going. So I think that's so important. Like, if I try business, can I always switch back? Or does that create a problem? I think the current process is you could switch back. I don't, I feel like they changed something about the business account though. So don't quote me on that. Take a look at it before you switch. Somebody who knows what I'm talking about, let me know. I think they do a business verification now. To verify your business, you have to go through a verification process. And then also, if you don't do that verification by a certain time, I guess they switch you back to personal. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's still happening. That was about 2 or 3 months ago. I heard that. So Yes, we do. I'm so grateful for this session today. You're so welcome, friend. You said I'll research. Yeah. So yeah, take a look at the research on it. I felt like it was a couple people that says, yeah, now you have to go through like your business has to be verified, meaning that you need to submit some documentation about your business. You have to have a physical website that people can go to. There's some other things that you have to do to make sure that it's a legitimate business. And so they're verifying them now. I think that's the case. And then and then if you don't do that process, you get switched back to personal, like you don't stay business. So, but again, that may have been, maybe there was some specifics to it and I just didn't realize that it was nuanced. Okay. Um, let me know if there's other questions. We have about 15 more minutes. So who is going live? Put that in the chat. Who are my live hosts in the room? If you go live, put your time, your topic, and your time zone. We say the three T's: time, well, topic, time, and time zone. Topic, time, and time zone. And then I'm going to check to see where are we at with this community fest. Let's see what did we do. I'm sure we hit our watch minutes. I hope we did. Let's see. Let's see, y'all. Let's see, did we complete it? We just completed it. It says completed. Awesome. We're still got the other things still waiting to achieve. We got our new followers. We needed 32. We have 19. We need new fan club members. We have 5. We needed 10, but we have 5. And then our daily gifters, we needed 135. We have 105. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Supporting. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate you, friend. Martina, thank you for the fan club as well, too. I appreciate the support, friend. I go live nightly. This is Janae. I go nightly at 10 p.m. Pacific time and play soulful R&B, funk, and house music. Her music is so good, y'all. Her selection, she just has a good ear for some good music. So definitely connect with her. Leadership. This is Cynthia. She does leadership life talks Tuesday through Friday at 8 p.m. Central. It's my Chicago friend. Love it. And in Coach B, you said healing after heartbreak. I go live Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Love it, friend. You said I was in traffic when you were discussing Service Plus, so I couldn't get everything. Well, this is going to be on YouTube, so you can go back and watch it. It's going to be a playlist there, so you can learn about Service Plus and watch it there. If you have time. You said I was and so I'm happy. Mindset. This is Coach Rhonda. Hers is Mindset. She goes Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Definitely connect with her. I see her as my mindset coach. That's who I go to for mindset conversations. I love it. You said I do have Service Plus, but I don't understand what it is. Okay. So throughout this live, so when you look at the recap, you'll hear me talk about and describe Service Plus in more detail, but essentially it's a feature and it's the feature here in the corner. This is what we're talking about. Service Plus, the yellow arrow is considered Service Plus. People can click that and send you a DM message. So you're communicating with your community in the DMs, okay? And so I tell people you want to make sure you continue that communication going, keep going, connecting with folks, especially if they had an interest on what you were talking about and offering. Um, when it comes to Service Plus, you also have the pin card feature here too, where you can pin it and do like this 30-second call to action. If you want to message me, if you want this information, message me now. If you're curious about the services I offer. So you come up with your pitch, but you'll pin that as well. Elle is part of the Overthinking After Dark crew. I shouldn't say crew, she is the leader. My bad. You are the leader. She leads Overthinking After Dark. She does that mid-year exhale tonight. I love that. Mid-year exhale. Ooh, I love that. Tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And she also goes Monday. I'm sorry, today is Monday, so she does Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So that's her schedule. So such a good conversation. She is really good at it as well in terms of how she has people really thinking about how they are sometimes holding themselves back with the way we overthink things. So I love that. You laughing at me? You are the leader. Not, I mean, the leader of the overthinking people. The people out there overthinking. She's helping all the overthinkers. I love it. Diamond, parenting bestie. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. How are you, friend? Thank you for joining. TikTok says a live coach breaks down how to use Service Plus for business growth. That's what we talked about. So know so use Service Plus, y'all. Okay? Use Service Plus. That's the takeaway here. And it's up to you if you use it. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to use Service Plus, but I think there is something to be said about how do you make sure you're capturing people and getting these warm leads. That's what Service Plus offers. So when you think about people who have an interest in your services, they can message you. And then it has those frequently asked questions. So maybe, and again, I told you earlier, set those questions up so that they are supporting people to get to your offer, to your solutions. And so you want to make sure you're intentional about that setup of those frequently asked questions and how do you create those, but also just being able to continue that conversation beyond the live. All right. So now you're connecting with them. If you chose to, you could have a group chat with those folks. You could say, let's connect. I want you to fill out my intake form or some other thing like that. So there's so many different ways you can do it. Capable, you said your topic is women health and wellness with focus on gut health and bloating, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Awesome, friend. I love it. So we have 9 more minutes. Anybody else want to share their live topic? And then let me know this. I did this earlier. I'm happy to do it for a few minutes since I'm at the end of my live. Let me know if you want to come up. I had to turn off my viewer wishes. Come up and ask a question. So you can click here and ask questions as well. I did do this earlier, so I'm happy to do it again. If you want to click the two people, I was really generous with letting people who I normally you have to be a fan club member and been here for 5 times, but I said I was going to be open to letting people who come in. If you have some questions, I'm happy to answer it. My phone was acting up too, y'all, so that's why I did it. I was like, I'm going to do my 2 hours. I got to stretch this out, so I'm going to turn on the multi-guest boxes. So that was kind of the reason why I did it. But we did have some folks that came up. So let me know if you want to come up if you have some questions. If you don't, that's totally fine. I'm happy to answer questions without you having to verbally come up. Dr. Lisa, what is Service Plus? So yeah, Service Plus, let me do a recap real quick. So Service Plus is the feature here. This is the symbol. This is the Service Plus symbol. It's essentially it's an inbox FAQ type inbox feature where your community, people in your live stream, can inbox you a question that they may have or frequently asked questions that you set up that they may be interested in your services. You also can use this pin card feature too to ping your Service Plus for people to message you. And so when you offer a service, this is where we said earlier, it's a digital product or service. It's not your physical products. Ideally, it's not designed for physical products. TikTok Shop for sellers for physical products if you have that to sell. But services that you offer, your consultation, your coaching, your communities, your ebooks, your courses, those are the things that you will want to have people get. And then ultimately, they can inbox you and connect with you there. TikTok also offers a video course feature as well that you can turn on and activate. And with that video course, like I said, it's just a matter of how you look at it. Maybe it's a mini lesson, mini course that's going to help them get to your bigger offering. Okay. So think about it that way. There is a fee for that where TikTok takes 50% of any purchase